What's good, everybody? This video is for all of us. This is for the black man, the black woman, the black queen, and the black king alike. You know, I just wanted to share my thoughts on marriage. Once again, I've been on my monk mode. I've been on solitude mode, but marriage is something that I do think about often. And I'm trying to craft it and tailor it in my mind so it can come to fruition, in the physical. So let's just share my thoughts. These are just my thoughts. These are just my opinions. I may touch on everything. I might miss out on a few things. Just go off of what I'm talking with and we just open the floor for discussion. If you want to sit back and listen, sit back and listen. If you want to reach out to me and teach me up on some stuff, then go for it. I'm still a young king. I'm a young god. I have much to learn. But this is just how I see it. When I see a duck, I call a duck a duck. All right? So from my little cave to you, let's get started talking about marriage. Now there's a couple of different ways I can go with this. But I think there's three main ways I'm coming about this. There's the how we get married and what it means to us. There's the kind of lower vibrational side of our marriages and the reasons why we get together, the paperwork, the prenups and stuff like that. But then also there's something that's just because I've seen it and I've observed it from both my elder black men and black women, my black queens and my black kings, our elders, that I've seen some of the mistakes that they've made. I also want to address some of that as well to make sure that we as young people don't repeat the mistakes of the past. All right. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with just marriage in general. I think about it a lot. But one of the things that that's always confused me, that one of the things that I've never liked, and I vocalize this to my mom, grandma all the time, was I don't believe in this little performance where for sickness and health, for great, for good, for blah, 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 all that, saying these cookie cutter, what do they call vows? These cookie cutter vows to one another and all this type of stuff. I think that's weird. Yes, some people do something different with it. They might both be entertainers. So one person plays the instrument and the other person says their vows and vice versa. Or they just do a whole duet of their vows. That's something different and that's cool. But there's one step further I want to go. I don't want my marriage, my civil union with my queen, my civil union, my marriage, my whatever, with my queen, with my queens. I don't want that to be anything that has anything to do with what oppressed us. I'm damn scared. I don't wear a suit in my regular life. I'm going to wear a suit when I'm coming together with my woman? That doesn't make sense to me. We didn't wear no suits. We weren't wearing I don't think we were, wearing the clear, pure white veils and dresses and all that type of stuff, paying an arm and a leg for flowers, when if I walk in tomorrow and say, well, can I get 12 dozen flowers? That'd be $100. Thank you. I'm getting married tomorrow. That'd be $12,000. It's all a scam. It's a business. And you're just buying into it because this is my special day and everything's about me. I'm sorry. I don't even agree with that. I don't think marriage should be all about the woman. I don't believe that. This is us coming together to go create our life together, our singular life together. 1 + 1 = 1. Not 1 + 1 = 2 people living their own lives. You see what happens when 2 people are moving on 2 different tracks? That's why it's very important to have these conversations early and get deep. I have the humble belief that the first couple of months where they say you're honeymooning, no. I think those are supposed to be the grimiest. When you say, okay, I'm really ready to be in a serious relationship with you, that's when it's time y'all need to take the gloves off and start asking some very serious, hard, deep cutting questions. Because those are the things that you let fester and fester and fester that end up becoming a huge problem 20, 30 years down the line. When you could have handled that in your first few months, but y'all was too busy fucking to have any real deep conversations. Don't get me wrong, enjoy yourselves, enjoy each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got married for some of you. Some of you don't believe in premarital sex. Cool. I'm damn near there. You know what I'm saying? But that's just something I wanted to throw out there. I see the African weddings and I see the two families coming together as one, and the whole family is joined. It's not just the woman. It's the families are coming together. Even in our regular things, when we enter these churches, once again, another concentration camp to have us believing in some God outside of ourselves, some God that was given to our ancestors. I'm going to throw that one out there, take it or leave it. You know, it's like we're walking into these cues where my family sits on this side and your family sits on this side. That's the typical marriage. That's separation. We should be coming together. That whole system, that whole performance, that whole ceremony ain't ours. It's not ours as a people, but then it's not ours as the two people that are getting married right now. What do you want to do, babe? What do you want to do? Let's do something completely different. Let's do something that only we have done to solidify our union to one another. You feel me? Let's do something for us. If we're both creative people, why is this big moment already being funneled into this one thing that's already existed for decades and decades and centuries and centuries and centuries? You know, why is that? That's not creative. That's not bringing something new into this world. That's not multiplying an energy. That's giving energy to something that already existed. And like I said in one of my videos that I've already uploaded, you know, it's like, for me to part with this energy, like from my semen retention practice, for me to give you all of me physically, mentally, emotionally, all that type of stuff, spiritually, it's like I ask you a very important question. Are you ready to be a God? Very simple. You know, I'm working my way up there. I'm a young God in the act of awakening. You might already be in your God form. You need to help me get to your level. Or we walk this journey together. But nevertheless, you know, we need to be doing what we want to do. That was your marriage? Y'all played a one-on-one game? Well, if y'all both ballers, do some love and basketball shit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all both ballers, both y'all be the head chef. And by ballers, I mean ballers as in successful people. My bad. That was a little rough transition there. But it's like, even if y'all are both chefs, you know, both become the head chef at each other's restaurant for the night, for the day, and be like, and like let everyone in the crew know what's going on. We're experiencing each other's worlds. We're bringing our worlds together to more and more. And this is just something that we're doing. You know, we very much support y'all supporting us during this. We really appreciate y'all. Y'all are an extended family. See, I'm making stuff up. You know, y'all throw an entire concert. Let's just say you're both entertainers. You're both singers, songwriters, rappers, whatever. You know, even production. You're both in the entertainment. Go ahead and announce your marriage like you do the gender reveals of your babies. You know what I'm saying? Just tell people you're married. Hey, by the way, we're married, and this is our show that we put on for the world. This is our testament that this means that we are together now. You see what I'm saying? Don't that sound more fun than Oh, let me get my bouquet for you ladies real quick. You know what I'm saying? In this cup. Yeah, here's my bouquet. Okay, we're doing this long ass walk down the aisle, and we're pacing it so the whole song plays before you get here. Tears, blah blah blah. See, that's weird to me. You know, and I could go a little bit deeper in that, but I want to touch on some other topics, right? Let's get a little bit lower vibrational with it. You know, it's in the words of Kanye West. You know, actually, let me say that real quick. But y'all know where I'm going with it. Why does the government, you know, the people that have been redlining us, the people that have been putting poison in our foods, the people that have been, you know, promoting not having the black man in the home so you can still receive your government assistance. If that man is caught in your home, then you lose all of your benefits. You know, all that type of stuff, you know, hiding our history, the same government that hid our history, the same government that took over our lands, all that type of stuff. Why does our union as two black gods coming together have to be approved, have to be documented by them? Does that make sense? We get married and we have to go to the court to finalize our marriage. No, our marriage was finalized when we said that we are coming together as one. That's when it was done. The fuck does the government have anything to do with my love for you? With my love for my kingdom that I'm creating, whether it's just one queen, whether it's multiple. What does the government have anything to do with that? Nothing. And that's something I've learned on my journey very early on, and I've seen it now. A lot of you little girls out there, some of you brainwashed women out there, some of even you brainwashed queens when it comes to this marriage thing. Y'all don't think it's real unless you have the two pieces of equipment. The ring, or the marriage certificate, that piece of paper that we had to write our names down for this government that's been destroying us. Does that make sense? So those 2-3 years, whatever, of dating before we decided that, yo, we know that we need each other in our lives. I don't want to live another day without you. All that means nothing if I don't sign that piece of paper with you. Okay, but I'm willing to compromise. That's something that my mom teaches me all the time. Compromise. Okay, I'll put my beliefs to the side if it does make you happy. But if you're gonna force me to sign a piece of paper, you're gonna sign this one. Okay? We're just gonna be real. This is why I alluded to, I let it slip already. Kanye West had it right. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. Yeah, it's something that you need to have, because if she leave your ass, she gonna leave with half. 18 years. On his 18th birthday, you found out it wasn't his. That's the world that some of us are coming from, ladies. You know, we are strong men that are gaining our power. And fellas, we can all attest to this. We are gaining our power via semen retention, via the frequencies of the earth, the shift to 5D. We are all growing. But some of us have a lot of trauma from this dating world. When we ran into you in your more immature form, when we run into a lot of other queens and goddesses in their immature form, and they can't see past that physical. They need that physical thing. But ladies, what's so bad about the prenup? See, I don't, y'all hear my justification for not wanting to sign that marriage certificate. So let's go a little bit deeper about that prenup. If you're working on a group project, right, and you spend all the time, you are the one, let's just say it's you and another person to keep it simple. You stayed up all night. You put the slides together. You put in all the links. You embedded all the videos. You made everything. You made that shit professional. That shit is good to go. You could present that at like a big business sales pitch. That's the quality of the work that you put in. And then your teammate, your partner comes in, puts their name on it, and they get 100. Is that fair? They didn't do any of that work. They didn't earn that 100. They just got it because they were side by side with you. The same can be said about the split of a marriage. Now, I'm speaking from a place of abundance, and I'm hella single right now. So there's not even a prospect in my life right now. No one's made themselves known to me. So in the meantime, I'm gonna keep on working. I'm gonna keep on grinding. And of course, I'm building the foundation mentally of the place that I want us to inhabit. This frequency that I want myself and my queen, my queens, my children, even my family and friends, everybody, but especially my kingdom. There's a frequency that I want us to operate at. That's what I'm building right now. I have to practice it so I can maintain it for all of us. That's what I'm working on, right? But then it's our physical kingdom, my physical wealth, all the physical quote, quote, rewards for my spiritual success that I've been enjoying from my life before I met you. Let's just go to hyper extremes just to make sure that we're on the same page. You meet me, I'm a trillionaire, $1 trillion in the bank account. And you've been living your life, whatever. It's not important to what your financial status is, at least with me, for any real king that knows that he can provide and educate and build his queens up. It's like that don't matter where you started off. But there's very few trillionaires in the world, right? So, and we can also try to speak that into existence. Why not? But it's like me being a trillionaire and I get married to you and you don't want me to, you don't want to sign the prenup. That's very sketchy for me. That's when some of our old traumas, our old red flags, ladies, start to raise up. Wait a minute. Why don't you want to sign that piece of paper? Oh, you want to be financially secure and maintain your quality of living. Okay, that's nice. Why do you need $500 million or why do you need $500 billion to maintain your regular life? Why is it that you automatically are entitled to half of my shit because we didn't work out? Why is it that I'm heartbroken, beat, battered, and bruised, and I lose 50% of my stuff that I had before I met you? Just because we didn't work out, but in the same instance, we didn't work out and you get $500 billion and the kids. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of messed up, don't you think? I feel like there's some things that y'all could throw in there, but it seems a little lopsided, don't you think? But this is also, though, where I want to give a little nudge to the men out there. You know, for me personally, I've only dated 2 girls. I've only been intimate with 2 women, you know? But both of those experiences were profound in my life. And both of them caused a significant level of growth in my life. So I'm always thankful to them. My first relationship, her and I are damn near best friends. My second relationship, I don't know what the hell we are. She be acting weird. Y'all know what it is, but whatever. And it's like, okay, it's time to move on. But I'm never going to ignore the fact of the role that y'all played in my life. And I'm always going to make sure you're cared for. I'm always going to make sure that you're good. You got everything that you need. Okay, cool. It's been cool. I'm glad we shared this experience, but we didn't go the distance. You have a great life. I'll check in on you. I'll make sure you're good. You check in on me. We see how things are going. That's what we need to step up as men, even if things end terribly. I think you should at the very least make sure that you look out for your woman, because there was a certain point that you did love her. There was a certain point where everything was good. If you can't look at that woman with the same level of love now, just put your mindset back to where you were and make sure that you still provide for her. Even though you can't stand her guts right now, even though y'all hate each other, that's still your woman. That's still a woman that's part of your tribe. That's still a woman that's part of your gene pool. That's still a woman that looks like you and has gone through some of the same suffering as you. And that's what we need to return to at the end of the day. If we end bitterly, especially in the black community, we can't hold on that hate and teach our kids that. Your mama ain't no shit. Your mama kidnapped you from me, and she's been telling you all this bullshit. Don't listen to him, boo. Don't listen to him, baby. He ain't shit. He didn't want you. He didn't want to blah, blah, blah. He didn't want you. He didn't want me, when you know you took the kids away. You see what I'm saying? Let's stop lying to our kids. Let's stop weaponizing our kids against one another. They are the ones that we are supposed to be pouring all our information into, not holding them up in front of us. Ha ha, you can't hit me. Ha ha, you can't hit me. Don't do that. Because you're fucking them up even more. Not only y'all fucking the relationship, y'all messing yourselves up. You're messing yourself, what y'all used to have up. You're messing yourselves up as an individual, because you're inhabiting this environment, this frequency of animosity, hate, anger. You're staying in that low vibration. You're fucking up the next generations, because they see how you're acting, and they're taking in everything you're saying about mommy and daddy, and they be like, wait a minute, so black man daddy is a bad guy? Wait, and mommy is a bad person too? Damn, why would I want to be with a black person then if the black man and the black woman don't get along? I think it would be easier if I just went outside of my race. You see how quickly it can snowball? Once again, of course, I'm tailoring it to where I'm trying to go with the conversation. But y'all see what the damage that you're doing to these kids, where they grow up looking at their own black brothers or black sisters, seeing the enemy, instead of someone that they should be loving, showing love and compassion for, caring for, looking out for. Wouldn't it be amazing if all the little black boys in school were helping the girls with their homework and vice versa? I know I had girls doing my homework. I wasn't even big pimping like that. I just knew who to talk to get my homework done. You know what I'm saying? But what would have happened if that was just the way we moved? How proud would you be as a father? I'm gonna do this both ways. How proud would you be as a father, as a mother, that your kid got detention? Your kid got sent to the principal's office, if you still put them in these concentration camps called schools. They got in trouble for giving answers to another little black boy, another little black girl. And they come to you, well, you said to look out for mine, and I gave him the answers when he was struggling. That's what you taught me to do. How proud would you be in that moment? Think about that. You can only make a healthy little kid like that if if they grow up around healthiness, if they see model adults from their community thriving and surviving with one another. Surviving and thriving. We don't just survive, we thrive out here. How powerful is that? I can go deeper on that, but I do want to talk about children later on down the line. But then, lastly, I wanted to talk about something that's more about the longevity of these relationships, these marriages, these whatevers you want to call them, civil unions, whatever. The older generations are the people I learned from, because I want to make sure that I don't repeat the same mistakes of the past. There's a book, Shahrazad, I forgot how to pronounce her name, Shahrazad Ali. And I only have the first one, but it's like what the black man should know about the black woman. I do want to get the other one. I haven't read a book in a long time, but I do want to get her other book, Because when we look at the things that the black women do sometimes, and once again, some of you are conscious of it, some of you aren't. I think that everyone should read that book. I think that everyone should go find her on YouTube, Shahrazad Ali. I forgot how to pronounce the queen's name. I apologize. But that's just one of those things that everyone needs to hear, because it's like, that's a different perspective. One of the things that not relate with, but one of the things that I've seen the most in like the elders in the elders in our communities is black women. Sometimes y'all do all that freaky stuff, y'all do that freak nasty stuff till you get your man, and then slowly and slowly and slowly, more and more, you start to pull that away. You start to pull back those privileges to the point that you're married to a friend of yours. And I'm not talking about 50s and up. I'm talking about when you're still in your quote prime. The late 20s to through the 30s, 40s, whatever the numbers are. I don't know past 27. That's how quote old I am. That's how many years I've been on this planet, right? But y'all do that freak nasty stuff. Y'all do that stuff that made me fall in love with you. I'm saying, dang, you could do that. God damn, I wasn't ready for all that. And then slowly over time, you start taking away one little thing. Hey, yo, do that thing. I'm not in the mood. And of course you have the right to refuse sex and all that type of stuff. Cool. I do believe that. Some men don't believe that. I don't know about all that. You got to be in the mood. If she ain't in the mood, it's not going to be as fun, bro. Relax. You calm your ass down. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one example where it's just like, yo, you started this energy. Like for men that start off with the most drive in the world, the most passion for what they're doing, but then they don't know how to prioritize their mission in life with their family. Y'all have to understand, ladies, that we men, that we get really big into our purpose, it's like there will be times where you may feel like you're competing with that. And that's where you need to communicate. Hey, babe, look, I know, and I'm here with you. I'm helping you do it. But damn, you've been making videos for 4 days. You haven't even talked to us in 4 days. Well, I got to do this. I got to grind. You know what I'm saying? I got to put this content. I got to save my people. I got to save the world. But babe, what about us? Damn. You know what? You right. I do need to put this down for a little bit and give y'all the time that y'all are deserving of. See, we as men need to remember that. We have our mission. Damn, somebody's car is loud. We have our mission in life. Any real man, any real king, anybody that's working from a God frequency, everyone knows that we are here for something bigger than just being internet famous. Than just selling t-shirts and shoes and dunking a basketball, then running another pigskin across the line. Yeah, bashing our heads against each other. That's another thing I want to talk about a little bit later too. But anyway, it's like we all have an obligation to one another to not only make each other happy in our prime when the juices are flowing, the hormones, the endorphins are pumping and pumping and pumping. Yeah, what happens when that runs out? If it even has to. If we change up our diet, we can be living that life into our 200s. Quick side note, I don't believe 100 years old is a long life. I believe that's childhood. But we have so many poisons in our world that we can't enjoy life as fully as we should be able to. For those of you that still believe in the Bible and you read it literally, how old were those people in that book? And you think that we can't do that? The locked up DNA that we have in here? You think we can't live longer than 100? 100 is a short life to me. Like, this is a baby life. That's a blip. Imagine if we can share our love, share our matrimony, share our union for centuries. Imagine that. You know what I mean? You ain't never heard someone celebrate their 300th anniversary. You feel me? But anyway, we have an obligation to build each other up. It takes a village, right? There's a lot of people in the village, but every village has its chief. Every village has its head witch, its head healer. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the above and all the et cetera. We all have a role in our community, whether we know each other in the physical or not. We have a role that we all need to play. We need to stop listening to this bullshit that's going on with these little children out here that have no clue about the spirituality world, the true connection between the black people, that type of connection. You know what I mean? It's that we need to stop dealing with that bullshit and we need to make our own rules for ourselves. Every other group of people gets down with the get down. Why are we the only ones that seem to be bickering online? Why are we the only ones that have the stereotypes that we're terrible partners when we're actually the best? But we need to act like that. We need to prove ourselves to one another. I do believe that a man should prove himself to a woman. And I do believe that a woman should prove herself to a man. But not in the way where it says, hello, woman, these are the great things that I'm able to do. No, I prove myself by what's around me, the people around me, the events, the circumstances that I continuously find myself in, the level of abundance that keeps coming into my life without me even asking for it. That's how I prove myself. Well, how's that spirituality stuff work? How's that manifestation work? How does that having the right mindset work? Do you not see my life? Do you not see how confident I am? I'm a grown-ass man that has a sock monkey in all of my videos. What are you talking about? You can't tell me nothing about me. That's power. But then on the other end of the spectrum, okay, I'm a king, I'm a god, I'm sitting on my throne, I'm in my position. Me being in my position puts you as a woman in your position. That might sound rude to some of y'all. Who do you think you are putting me in my position? I'm in my position. It's my job to lead, right? So I'm leading you to yours. You want me to lead, don't you? Oh, just the things that you like, see? And that's where y'all have to let go of some of that. You really do. We are men are the active force, the masculine. Women are the receiving, the passive force. That's not a slight. That is where we find most of our power. But no, we're equal. I'm an independent. I'm addicted.
I don't need no bitch, bro. I don't need no bitch. I got this on my own. All I just get my hoes, I got my rotation.
Y'all both sound stupid, in my humble opinion. But let me finish it off with this. The woman needs to prove herself. Is she fit to be a mother? And this is something that you're going to keep hearing me say. Every time I choose to lay with a woman, there's the potential that she could become the mother to my child after this instance. So that's what I go into this with. So prove to me you are ready to be a mother. Prove to me you are ready to pick up the torch if I were to ever go down defending you. Prove that type of stuff to me. Prove to me that for better or for worse, right? That you are going to stay by my side. I don't care if I can't wipe my own ass because of something crazy that happened. Are you going to wipe my ass like I would for you? You are my wife for life. You know, and how long does our life need to be? Is our life 100 years, or are you going to come up here with me where I think we can live to 1,000 plus, and we choose when we move on? You see what I'm saying? Those are just some of my thoughts about marriage. Let me know what y'all think. Till the next one.